My name is Mark Miner. I am an investigative writer and author. In my travels, I've investigated many people and places. Watch as I seek out stories that are typically outside of the box of normal. I am the Seeker. Welcome to another episode. So I just wanted to talk with you guys about why I decided to make this episode about Highway 126 going towards the coast in Oregon. So about a year ago, a friend and I were actually in a truck and we were traveling Highway 126 coming back from Florence heading towards Eugene on Highway 126. And we had headed out at a certain time. Let's say it's about 1:30, and the drive is about a 30-minute drive from Florence to Eugene. If that, that's usually when it's pretty congested. But it took us, I don't know, we got to a convenience store. We felt really sick to our stomach, very disoriented, confused. I had a slight headache. And when I looked at the time, I noticed that over 2 hours were missing. And so me and my friend, of course, looked at each other like we didn't know what was going on. And we were very confused about that. As we drove back all the way home to Tangent, Oregon, we really didn't talk that much because we were just trying to figure things out. And so what happened to us on that highway was really disturbed me quite a bit, and I've been looking for answers since. So I did some research, and I found out that physicist Lisa Randall, working with the Large Hadron Collider, the LHC, beneath the border of Switzerland and France, smashes subatomic particles into one another at almost the speed of light. She made an interesting comment. She said, and I quote, "There could be more to the universe than the three dimensions we are familiar with. They are hidden from us in some way, perhaps because they're tiny or warped. But even if they are invisible, they could affect what we actually observe in the universe. There are lots of things we can't see with the naked eye that turn out to be based in reality. So our idea is there's an extra dimension that's so warped the masses would be big in one place and small in another." End quote. So the United States generates the most amount of geothermal energy of any other country. Every year, the U.S. generates at least 15 billion kilowatt hours, or the equivalent of burning about 25 million barrels of oil. Industrial geothermal technologies have been concentrated in the western U.S. In 2012, Nevada had 59 geothermal projects either operational or in development, followed by California with 31 projects and Oregon with 16 projects. So why am I bringing that up? Well, geothermal energy sources are often located in plate boundaries below the ground, where the Earth's crust is constantly interacting with the hot mantle below. When geothermal energy is released in sporadic huge amounts, it causes euphoria, disorientation, nausea, sleepiness, and at times memory loss to those exposed. And the reason why I use that excerpt is because we suffer from every one of those symptoms. And to this day, we really don't know. I have no memory of the 2 hours. To me, I was driving the truck. I remember driving the truck. I remember my friend was asleep. I remember all that. But I'm still missing time. She's still missing time. And we don't know where that went. So, there's some confusion with all that. And that's the only thing I can think of. Now, driving Highway 126 is a pretty highway. I mean, it's a nice highway. It's very windy, but it's got some great trails on there. great restaurants, like I've shown you the picture here of, within this video. However, on the trails, people have made comments as I went and looked at conversations that were online. People have made comments when they hike out there on the trails that they see what they say are ghosts or people coming out of nowhere, just out of nowhere. Like they just come out of a field and they know that there's no person in that field, or that they see outlines of invisible people that looks kind of like water jelly. And so I have not been to those hiking trails. I do want to go, and so I plan on going later. However, I found that interesting, because if there is, a parallel universe that's happening, or something with a geothermal energy there that's causing these distortions, that could very well be one of them, as well as people passing out or missing time, or what this physicist is trying to talk about is looping. So time loops on itself, and it kind of folds itself on top of each other. So what you're experiencing, and you're well aware of what you're experiencing, so much is going on below the surface that takes up all that time. Whereas most cases we're on this linear line, there are other lines underneath you when that geothermal energy hits in an abundance of power. And so that's the only thing I could say that would describe what happened to me and my friend. So I want to go back out there at some point in time and just drive through. I know that sounds kind of weird, just driving up down the highway, but I don't really know. I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know how to measure it. I don't know when these geothermal bursts are going to happen. It's really not measurable unless any of you have any ideas. Of course, just leave it in the comments, if you got any ideas of how I can go out there and perhaps catch this on camera. By and even taking a watch with me to, register the time in case I do miss, some time or something. So, anyways, I thought I'd just put out this little video. Hopefully it will spark some other people to come forward and perhaps tell their stories. And not necessarily has to be on Highway 126. I do know that there has been some people who have suffered missing time on Highway 18 going towards the coast, and Highway 22 going towards the coast, and as well as in Kings Valley, or Valley of the Kings, which is off on Highway 99W and Highway 22, kind of like in that little corner. But so if you've suffered any kind of missing time while driving or hiking, or you've seen any strange things, I implore you to, or I just ask that you leave a comment and kind of let us know, what you saw. Don't be embarrassed by it. We've all kind of come forward because we have no explanations for any of this. All right, well, gonna let you go. I do appreciate you guys coming and spending some time with me. This is a rather short video, so I'll be putting out 2 this week. And just remember to always stay weird. And I, just want to give thanks to you guys for joining me. And always hit that subscribe button. Always hit that like button. And yeah. So I will see you guys on the next adventure. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Oh,